The cell body is the spherical part of the neuron that contains the nucleus. Attached to the cell body are the dendrites. They are bushy branching extensions of the neuron that receive messages and conduct impulses towards the cell body. The axon is an extension of the neuron. It ends in branching terminal fibers through which messages pass to other neurons or muscle glands. The myelin sheath is a fatty layer of tissue that segmentally encases the fibers of many neurons. The myelin sheath enables vastly greater transmission speed of neural impulses as the impulse hops from one node to the next. In the myelin sheath is something called the node of Renever. It is a gap in the myelin sheath between adjacent Schwann cells. The terminal branches are the small knobs on the end of an axon. These small knobs are used to release neurotransmitters. The neurotransmitters are chemical messengers that cross the synaptic gaps between neurons when released by the sending neuron. Neurotransmitters travel across the synapse and bind to the receptor sites of the receiving neuron, thereby influencing whether or not that neuron will generate a neural impulse. A neuron can contain positive and negative ions. Positive ions are stripped of an electron, where negative ions gain an electron. Resting potential is the electrical potential of a neuron or other excitable cell relative to its surroundings when not stimulated or involved in the passage of an impulse. Depolarization is when the cell undergoes a shift in electrical charge, resulting in a less negative charge inside of the cell. The threshold of a neuron is the level of stimulation required to trigger a neural impulse. Axon potential is a neural impulse, and it is a brief electrical charge that travels all the way down an axon. There are two different types of releases. One is called excitatory and the other is inhibitory. An excitatory neuron triggers a positive change in the membrane of a past synaptic neuron it connects to, and inhibitory neurons trigger a negative charge in the membrane. An enzyme is when a neurotransmitter is broken down in the synaptic cleft.